Number 5. क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते. Klesha. Yoga teachers must have heard this word. Where have you heard this word? Yoga Sutra. Panchaklesha. Difficult. He says the intellectual way is difficult. Intellectual way is difficult is because, like I told you before, how can you worship the infinite if we don't even know the infinite? But he doesn't rule it out. He doesn't say don't do it. He says intellectual way is difficult. They have chosen the path. Let them go on. Number 6. Ye tu sarvani karmani. It's N. Ye tu sarvani karmani. Mai sanyasya matparaha. Anannenaiva yogena. Mam dhyayanta upasate. Teshamaham samudharta. Mrityu samsara sagarat. Bhavami nachirat partha. Maya vechita chetasam. Difficult? Good exercise. If you speak Sanskrit, it's good exercise for your jaw, for your tongue. Tesham aham samudharta. Mrityu samsara sagar. Mrityu samsara means, you know what? Circle of life and death. Actually, ocean of life and death. Sagar means ocean. Tesham aham samudharta. I will hold them. I will be the lifeguard. I will rescue them from the ocean of life and death. What is this life and death? What life and what death are we talking about? About living and dying? Is it that? Or is he trying to say something else? Krishna is talking about the death you live every day when somebody insults you. Krishna is talking about the death every time your desires are not met. Krishna is talking about the death when things don't happen your way. This is the death he is talking about. Don't wait to complete 70 years and die. You are dying every time your ego gets hurt. Doesn't it feel like death? When you make plans, your plans have to be folded and kept back in the cupboard. It's death. Your mind feels the pain. What you plan doesn't happen, doesn't materialize. It is death. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Your plan works. Wow, life is good. Your plan doesn't work. Life is whatever you want to call it. Life is a dash, dash, dash. This is life and death. Nothing big happens when you die. When your physical body leaves, there is no big thing. Because you are dying, we are used to die. Every time. You cry, what hurts? It's your death. You cry. Because your ego is crushed by something. When you're hurt in love, after the breakup, what happens? Somebody walked all over you like a, what is that you keep there?
Doormat.
Doormat. You die. So don't be afraid of final death, because you have died already. This he calls, I will save them from those who die every time their ego is crushed. How will he save them? Because when you find your true self, you're balanced. When you walk more and more on path of yoga, you're balanced. This is one thing that all yoga paths, not just yoga paths, all spiritual paths will ask you to do. Make plans, but don't get attached. Because in the destruction of your plan by someone else is your death. You're dying these little deaths, slow poisoning. You know nirvana? Nihpat. Nirvana means complete destruction. Krishna will save you from these ups and downs. Krishna means your self-realization will save you. When I am talking about self-realization, I am not talking about some supernatural state of consciousness that you are achieving. For us, for people who live with Bhagavad Gita philosophy, realization is every time you find a balance. When somebody says something, not moving, somebody breaks your plan, being in balance is the real message of Bhagavad. Let's proceed. 8. Mayeva. We did this, no? 8? Okay. 9. Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi mai sthiram abhyasa yogena tataha mamichhaptum dhananjaya abhyasepya samarthosi matkarma paramo bhava madartam api karmani kurvam siddhim avapsyasi. What is happening here in these two verses is Krishna is giving Arjuna the chance. First thing he says, try and do all your actions thinking of me. If you can't do that, do something called as Abhyasa Yoga. Don't worry, it's not another style of yoga. I would be more than afraid if somebody comes out with hot Abhyasa Yoga. Abhyasa Yoga means the yoga of practice. Practice. Practice what? practice doing your actions unto me. This is a difficult concept for us to understand. This is one of the most difficult chapters for us to understand. Because unfortunately our education system teaches us exactly opposite things. In verse number 9 he says, try and do my yoga. The intention, make the intention pure. See, how does the work happen? Have you ever seen? Work happens in 3 ways. Intent, action, result. Right? Is there anything else to this? A process? So Krishna says, first, make me your intention, not your selfish motives. Difficult for us. Number 2, he says, okay, I assume it is not possible for you. So then at least look at the intent part of it. At least look at the action part of it. Abhyasa yoga. Do your actions and things. And then finally he says, okay, even if the actions are not possible, which we will chant now, he says, relinquish the results. Think. Close your eyes and think, is it really possible for me to let go of the control from my results? You know, in our practical life, we actually do that. You know how? By blaming others. We let go of our responsibility of the results by blaming others. We do that. You just have to transfer that. It's not a big thing. Instead of blaming somebody else, you do that. Forget the self-worth and everything. Instead of blaming someone else, you are responsible for bad results of my project. You say, Lord, I suffered in my project, all at your feet. You will save somebody else's life and death. Don't worry about Krishna. Krishna will never be bothered. He has 7 billion people now, according to latest census, to manage. So one person blaming him, he is used to it. He has seen the worst. Next time you blame someone, think, instead of blaming, I direct my efforts in relinquishing my responsibilities towards the Lord. May not be Krishna. If you don't believe in God, Krishna, it could be anybody. Universe. Then he says, this is a beautiful, when you go home and read it, you will understand the compassionate nature of Krishna. He's giving him chances again and again and again. 4 chances. He's given him 4 alternatives. In one chapter, if you take the whole Bhagavad Gita, you can make a list of chances that that man, if we can call him the man, that he has given to Arjuna is amazing. That can happen only in true love and compassion. Without being impatient. In the middle of a battlefield, that too. Number 11. Athaitadapya shaktosi kartum madyogamashritaha sarva karma phalatyaga tatah kuru yatatmavan. See this word that comes, remember, sarva karma phalatyaga. Sarva means all, karma means action, phala means fruit, tyaga means to give up. So don't give up fruits. It's not a diet that he is talking about. Fruits of action means, otherwise you will say, oh, it's the new diet, Bhagavad Gita diet, I will give up fructose. It's not the fruit, it's the fruit of your action.